All right, it is October 31st. It is the end of the month. It's Halloween. I'm actually being on top of things. So I have my haul, and goodness, it's a haul. Yeah, I didn't have a challenge. I didn't have a challenge that I was focusing on when I went into the month of October. I probably should have for the sake of my wallet, but I didn't. I let myself have fun, and I certainly had fun. I will be doing a challenge, though, in November because it's going to be the Criterion sale at Barnes & Noble. And so my challenge is simply that I'm only going to, when it comes to movies, I'm not going to buy any TV shows, seasons. And when it comes to movies, I am only going to buy Criterion Collection movies. And I'm most likely going to get 3. Seven Samurai, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, and Charlie Chaplin's The Gold Rush. I'm pretty sure those are, depending on my budget, I may go up to 4. But I think I'm just going to stick to those 3. So, let's get started. Also, 17 Miracles. This should have been part of my surprise haul video that I did, and it wasn't because at the time I thought my parents were going to keep this copy when my dad and I were going through the movies. And he didn't say anything. I didn't think about it, and they actually do have a copy already, so I get to keep it. So yeah, okay. So, let me show you how I got this book. Whoops. I had fun. So much fun. Okay, but in all honesty, I was not expecting to get 8 TV show seasons. I in fact had to buy 2 new binders this month. One because I've been meaning to get one for strictly for my Blu-ray and 4K movies so that I could have a binder just for them. And so when I'm looking for when I'm trying to decide what DVD I want to watch on my DVD player, I was tired of sifting through pages of Blu-ray only movies because they won't work on my DVD player, obviously. So now I have a binder that's strictly for them, but also because with the TV show seasons that I acquired this month, I grew out of my US-based TV show binder. So now I have 2 binders for that. It's worth it. Absolutely. It brings my total up to 6 binders. All of which are used. So the TV show seasons, I was not planning on getting this many. I really wasn't. I knew I wanted to get some more TV show seasons during the month, but I didn't think I was going to get 8. However, when I went to back on October 3rd, the beginning of the month, I went to one of my favorite media stores, and they were doing a buy one get one free TV show season sale. So of course I took advantage of that, and I walked away with Supernatural season 1, which I love. I love that show. I actually, because of how I am with watching shows, if I have too long of a gap in between watching seasons, because I like to watch in order, I have to start all the way back at the beginning. So I still haven't fully watched 11 through 15. So I'm going to work on that, but I did want to collect it in physical form so that hopefully I'd be able to listen to it with the original music from when it first aired. We shall see. But yeah, okay, so season 1. And then I already had seasons 1 and 2 of NCIS. And that was actually my intent, was to get season 3 of, at least season 3 of NCIS. Well, by the end of the month, I now have seasons 1 through 9. But yeah, so I got from that first day, October 3rd, I bought 3, 4, and 5. Seasons 3, 4, and 5 of NCIS. Ta-da! Which, again, I'm really happy about. I'm gonna put these over here, just out of the way. And so I was gonna stop there. I was gonna stop with the 4. And then I happened to go to a DI store, so Desert Industries, which I've often been able to find some really decent movies there. I love going there for movies. TV shows, I don't usually go there because I don't always trust the quality as opposed to going to a strictly media store. But they had brand new, still in their plastic wrapping, seasons of NCIS, season 6 and 8. So of course, one was for $5, one was for $1.50. So of course I had to get them. Now, because it was 6 and 8, and there was therefore a gap in between them, I didn't want to have that gap remain. So I went back to the store, and I really was just going to get season 7. But I think it was like a week or so, like a week, maybe 2 weeks later. A week? I don't know. But they were still doing their sale. Their buy one, get one free TV show season sale. So I got 7 and 9. So yeah. So that's how I ended up with 8 TV show seasons. And I'm really happy about that. But also, because of the amount of TV show seasons, and because I know I can't try, like, I don't want to assume that it's going to be, there's going to be sale every time. I'm taking a break from TV show seasons just to kind of from acquiring new ones. All right. Now that I got the TV shows out of the way, they're right over here. We get to focus on movies now. And I'm going to show it again because I can. I almost dropped the top one. I was not anticipating, I was not planning on this. This was not, this size, this amount, this was not planned on. I'm trying to think. I think I'm at least, from where I was at the beginning, like, the ideas I'd had in my head at the beginning of the month, I'm thinking there should have only been 6 movies out of, like, 6 movies from the stack. And then the rest were all kind of bonus, kind of spur of the moment impulse. But yes, so let's get started, because I really am so happy with what I have. I don't regret my decisions at all when it came to acquiring these. All right, starting off strong. So, Jaws, the 50th anniversary edition. So this is the 4K and the Blu-ray and the digital code. And so I love Jaws. I went and saw it for Labor Day on the big screen to celebrate the 50th anniversary. Loved it. I'd never seen it on the big screen before, so it was amazing. But I wasn't quite planning on getting Jaws in physical form yet. It was one that I was wanting to get, but I was wanting to get a DVD copy, partly because right now I have a Blu-ray drive, but I have a portable DVD player, and so I do kind of like, if I can get a DVD copy of things, I like doing that, because then I can watch it on my DVD player from the comfort of my bed, and, you know, very, very fun. However, the reason that I decided to get this is because it includes Jaws at 50, the definitive inside story. And I love making of documentaries. And I watched to get ready to go see Jaws on the big screen. I watched the definitive inside story, and it was so well. Jaws at 50. They did such a good job with that. There have been times where I've watched like a making of, and it wasn't very good. But Jaws at 50 really was good. And so I knew I wanted to get a physical copy of it. So the fact that it actually, there is a physical copy, it was not a very hard decision to make. Then I got Haunted Mansion. I love the 2000, if I could speak, that would be great. I love the 2003 version with Eddie Murphy. It is one of my favorite movies, but I went and saw this on the big screen when it came out, and I really like what they did. And so for me, it became like a good double feature package. So I've already watched, I think I've already watched both a number of times this spooky season. But yes, so I'm really happy to get this. Also because this is a Blu-ray and DVD pack with the digital code. And yeah, so really excited. And I think I watched most of the bonus features already on this. Next up is Miracle on 34th Street. Now, actually, it's funny. So, I love this movie, and I already had it on DVD. However, the reason that I got this is because it's a two disc pack, because disc 1 has it in color, and then disc 2 has it in the original version in black and white. And which I already have. That's similar to the It's a Wonderful Life copy that I have, which I think was the 60th anniversary edition. I don't know. I can't but that one was a dual a color version and a black and white version. But something that I think is really funny, and I had to use one. Most of these cases are empty, and so I'm using it. Wait, where did I put it? Hold on. Oh my gosh. I picked the wrong case. Whoops, my bad. I was using one of the other cases as a holder for this. So here's the thing with Miracle on 34th Street. Is it comes, the way that it looks when you open it up, you have disc 1. And it clearly states disc 1. And then you've got disc 2. Clearly states disc 2. Now, what bugs me? Well, it's a first world problem, honestly. But it doesn't make sense to me. Is the fact that I had bought a brand new copy of Miracle on 34th Street. And I guess they were just bundling them all together, because this is what that disc looks like. Same. Oh my gosh. That was almost not good. That was almost not good. Okay. Nothing fell. Nothing spilled. You didn't fully see that, but all of the cases slid into like a slope. You just saw my reaction of it, so. Yep. Anyway, so it's not like it's not the worst thing in the world, but it makes me question, because this is not the only time that I've seen that, because I also have a copy of Men in Black that when I bought it, there was just one disc, and yet it said on the label like disc 1, which when you see that, when it says disc 1, or in this case disc 2, you expect there to be something else. And so it's not so much that it really bugged, because obviously it plays the movie correctly. It does its job. My problem with it is the fact that when you're only selling, so I was using Hitch which is one of the other movies that I have, because I didn't want to just have the DVD out. But anyway, my problem with having disc labels, numbered disc labels, is if you're only going to sell one in a package, and it either states disc 1 or disc 2, that might further down the road, like if I were to buy it and further down the road I see that and I'm like, wait, am I missing disc 1? Should I have, did I lose it? Do I need to find it? I don't, if it's not going to be part of a a multi-disc set, why can't it have its own cover image, is what I'm trying to get at. So yeah, so it's a Miracle on 34th Street, and then the case that's holding my other copy of Miracle on 34th Street, Hitch, which I love. I've had this on digital for well over a decade. I probably coming up on 15, I think 15 years next year, because I think I bought it in 2011. And I think this was the first well, I don't think this was one of the first times that I've seen it on the shelves, but it appeared at the moment where I was like, you know what? Yes, because I have been wanting I've been wanting to start the movies that I've only ever had on digital. I've been wanting to start collecting those in physical, and this is one of them. I don't want another spill. All right. Next up is Polar Express, which I love. That is another, I think that's another one that I'd have to check. I don't think it says disc 1. Or does it? Oh no, hold on. Disc 1. Which I think I already knew, because I knew there was a 2-disc. There's a 2-disc collector's edition, which for $2, I have no problem with buying this. I will collect that 2-disc collector's edition later on. I'm adding, like, it's on my list, but it's not enough. Like, I really wanted to get it. I really wanted to have it on a physical copy. And so I'm totally fine with having just the single disc for now. But seriously, again, with the multi-disc, is it most likely that they were just making a bunch because they were selling both the multi-disc and they didn't want to just have it be easier by making a bunch of the same disc design? Yes, that's I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I don't think that, I just don't like that. I don't like that at all. But it's fine. I will live. All right, next. This was my mid-rant in this video. I don't think I'll have another rant. Fingers crossed. All right, next up is Loving Vincent. I have never watched this. I have wanted to watch this. I have never watched this. And I've never seen it in physical form. And then lo and behold, it was on the shelf. As if it was waiting for me. So I bought it. But I am really excited because I always loved, anytime when it was first being, when it was being made, when it was first making first being released, all of I loved seeing the trailers because of how cool how cool the concept was, how they did this. So I'm really happy I still haven't been able to watch it yet, but I am excited to get to it. Next up is Last Holiday. This is another one that I've had on digital for years. About probably around the same time that I got Hitch, maybe a little less. But it is also one of my favorite holiday movies, so I'm very, 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 very happy. So happy that I have this, because 1, it's a widescreen and I love that. 2, it's a DVD. I love that because now I can watch it from the warmth and comfort of my bed on my DVD player. Oh man, it's gonna be great. All right, so this next half, is it half? About half, yeah. About half of the movies. So these ones were partly ones that I had ordered online that I was planning on getting when, early on in the month. And then most of these were impulse buys. But that's okay because I was letting myself have fun and I got ones that I'm really excited to have. I mean, I'm excited to have all of them, but that's beside the point. So, first up is Dinosaur, the 2-disc collector's edition. I love Dinosaur so much. It is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. I could watch this, maybe not every day, because I will, no matter how much I like a movie, I will always need a break at some point. But it is one that I could watch very, very frequently and always enjoy. And it's also a really good one. It was I think we had the computer game, and that was fun. But also, it's a good background movie as well. Like, I can watch it, like, I can sit and watch it and fully pay attention and enjoy it, and I can also have it in the background and just enjoy listening to it. It's great. So I love that. Next up, I got The Muppet Christmas Carol, the Kermit's 50th anniversary edition. Now, I had to find this specific edition because it contains both the widescreen theatrical release and the extended full screen version with the deleted scene, aka When Love Is Gone, being restored into the movie. And I'm so happy to finally have this, because that has been something that I have been wanting to get for a while, because I love The Muppet Christmas Carol, but I remember the last time, I think it was actually the day that I had bought Muppet Treasure Island at Walmart, and they also had The Muppet Christmas Carol, but when I looked, I saw that it was just the theatrical. That edition just had the theatrical version, and I wanted to make sure that I could have one that had the extended scene, that song restored. And so now I have it. Someday, I'm hoping that they'll put the extended version on widescreen, because that would just be the best. But if not, I'm very, very happy with it being a full screen, because I have it in physical. That's what matters. So yes, next up is Draft Day. Draft Day is one of my favorite sports movies. Just for full transparency, it did not come with the digital HD, which is totally fine. I already have that. So I was not worried about that at all. I wanted this specifically for Blu-ray and the Blu-ray and DVD copies, which I've already watched the DVD copy of it. But it's one of my favorite movies. There's a lot of lines that are quoted in my family from this movie. And I'm a big fan of Kevin Costner, which actually he's stars in the next movie that I have to show. So I got Waterworld. Now, I was not planning on getting this until next year, because this particular version is from Arrow Video, and I wanted to get the one from Arrow Video because Arrow Video, when they have a version called the Ulysses cut that restored a lot of the deleted footage, and so I wanted to make sure that I had that, because I really liked the movie, and it made me laugh so much throughout the movie. But I like when there's extended cuts like this. Also, it has a reversible cover. So it has this. So, let me get it close. I mean, look how great that is. Isn't that so pretty? I'm going to put this over here until I can put that back in. I don't want to do it on camera. So I'm really happy to get that. I wasn't going to get Waterworld until next year, because I had noticed that I had heard that they do a sale, and I think it was like June or July. And so when I went online, I saw that it was like in the tail end, and I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to buy it quite then. Also, I think I had already done it hit my max for whatever month it was. And so I was going to wait until next year, but they do a harvest season sale. And when I went online and I saw that, I was like, oh, it's a sign. So I bought it. But yeah, it was really great. And I'm so excited for it. So excited. All right, the last 3 movies. So Waterworld, again, I wasn't expecting to get that. These next ones I also wasn't expecting to get, but I happened to find good deals on eBay. So first, I've got Melody Time and Make Mine Music. I got a really good deal to get these together, brand new. And I grew up watching Melody Time. I could honestly say that I probably watched Melody Time, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, and Fun and Fancy Free more times in my childhood, especially in my early childhood, than I watched any of like the princess movies. I don't know why. Because we had Cinderella, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. Like, I don't know why. But those three, those like childhood, like that, like, anyway. So I was really happy to get this to finally have this on DVD. And then Make Mine Music. I didn't watch this until I was doing it for my Disney film project, but I grew up watching The Whale Who Wanted to Sing at the Met because we had that short on its own VHS tape. And so to be able to get them both makes me really happy. And then finally, American Legends. My family has the VHS tape, and I love it. I mean, James Earl Jones being the host of it and introducing all of the different shorts is just, more so not just introducing the shorts, it's more introducing the legends that are being portrayed in the shorts. But it's so great. The John Henry short is amazing. Johnny Appleseed is iconic. I mean, it's also in Melody Time. And then Paul Bunyan and The Brave Engineer are both fun. But they do kind of go, like, quality-wise, they do kind of go in that order. John Henry, Johnny Appleseed, Paul Bunyan, and then The Brave Engineer. But I love them all. And will happily watch the entire thing. All the time. Especially now that I have it on DVD. So yeah, that is my haul for this month. I'm just so happy with these editions. I love them. I love them so much, and I'm so happy that they're part of my collection now. So yeah. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to show you the Criterion movies that I get next month. Yeah.